Hey everyone, today is my last day of the push-up challenge, day 22. It was received by fellow Councilman Dr. Harvey in awareness of the 22 veterans unfortunately committing suicide every day. Furthermore, 14 of those 22 are not VA health enrolled, so we don't know if we potentially could have prevented those unfortunate deaths or not. Over the last 21 days, I've shared quite a bit of information regarding various programs, services, and organizations that can help a service member transitioning into being a veteran and acclimating from the military's customs, courtesies, cultural into that of corporate America. I've also highlighted quite a few misnomers and fallacies associated with PTSD and veteran suicides. Now, for something more personal than even my last 2 days of sharing some of the military experiences I've gone through. In 2019, I was sitting down with our Travis County Veteran Service Officer going to update some of my disability claims. And the individual, having worked with me over the past year on the Veterans Leadership Task Force that Major General Tony Cuccolo, Jocelyn Greaves, and I created with the University of Texas system, this individual said, hey, you might want to go look and see about if you have PTSD. And I said, no, I don't have that. As most people that talk about it and the people in the assessments and so forth have to deal with if you're actually in some type of incident, if you had someone that died or something like that. Personally, I'm like, I didn't have any of those types of experiences. And this individual really pushed and said, no, you need to go because from my place of seeing things, you're stoic in the types of jobs and positions you've had to have in the military as a trend, the stressors, the expectations, the roles, the responsibilities, the lack of people of being able to really talk with about what you have going on to meet and exceed those expectations. He said, and then now you're doing pretty much the same thing now after the military in sharing this and leading that or navigating and mentoring in these different capacities. So the expectation, the workload is pretty much still the same, different environment, different culture, but what you're doing is still the same, so you're used to it. And what I've seen, this individual is saying, what I've seen is individuals like you, even though it may not be seen right now, when your workload starts to decrease, when the responsibilities start to shed away, that's when some of the things you've had to overcome and deal with or get used to start to manifest. And so I decided, begrudgingly, to go ahead and file to do an assessment. And lo and behold, I was diagnosed with subclinical PTSD. And this is the definition of subclinical PTSD. It says people with subclinical PTSD experience nightmares, flashbacks, hyperarousal, social withdrawal, and avoidance just like people with full PTSD. However, the subclinical diagnosis is given to people who don't experience these symptoms all the time or have some of these symptoms and not others. So I ask you all, please go back and review the last 21 days of information that I provided. Also, please, each and every single one of you, I charge you with doing the push-up challenge. In finding and researching every day something that you found interesting or unique, or even your own experiences, if you happen to be a service member or a veteran, of things that potentially could have resulted into PTSD or maybe even suicide for yourself or someone else you know. Share the message, share the story, enhance awareness.